Wow. Thank you. Please. That's the song. That's the song I used to have playing on my alarm when I woke up in the morning. That'll get you up, huh? Well, guys, listen, I just want to say, I really do thank God every day for this company. And, I'm incredibly grateful to have the opportunity to be here today with you and share with you a little bit about my story. And I don't take that lightly. And, I want to tell you this. John mentioned this, that I spent my entire career in corporate sales. The better part of the last decade was in the medical sales field. I've come to really be sure on two things working in corporate sales for someone else, is that as long as that's the case, as long as somebody else signs my paycheck, number one, I'll never be paid what I'm worth. And number two, I will never have job security. That doesn't exist anymore today. At any moment, the rug could be yanked out from underneath me. I went through 2 corporate restructurings in my life. One time I lost my job, the last time I didn't. But it made me realize that I needed to do something different. And the title of my talk today is this, that we have a better way. And guys, here's what I want to go through first, is I want to talk a little bit about some economic statistics that I saw in the USA Today. Currently, right now, we're at the highest rate of unemployment since the Great Depression in our country. 30% of US workers have saved less than $1,000 when they retire. 75% of those retirees report not having saved enough money, and 4 out of 5 adults in the US today struggle with near poverty. What's that tell us? Well, it tells us that what most people are doing today isn't working. See, here's the thing, guys. Our business isn't perfect. It's just better. Here's what I know. The economy's changed. The 40-40 plan is gone. Where you go to college, graduate, get a job working 40 hours a week, doing the same thing for 40 years, that doesn't exist anymore. Look, if all you have to look forward to after working years for someone else is a gold watch and Social Security, then your life is a tragedy in the making. Most people are on a crash course for financial disaster and they don't even realize it. We have a better way. Billionaire Warren Buffett referred to home-based business as the best investment he's ever made. Fortune magazine calls it the best-kept secret in business today. 2012, this industry was responsible for $166 billion in sales worldwide. Here's a good question, though. If it's so great, why isn't everybody doing it? Good question, right? How many people want to know the catch? Here's the catch of home-based business. You must embrace a temporary loss of social esteem from ignorant people. See, listen, most people understand the logic of our business, but then here's what happens. They go and talk to somebody, and that person says this. What? Wait, you're doing what? Oh, no, not you. I thought you had a good job. Are things really that bad? See, that means for a while, people still living and trying to function in the old system will think less of you. Look, they're not going to understand. They will think that you're crazy for being involved in a business like this. You need to do more than just accept it. You have to embrace it. See, you are the people that are seeing the future before it becomes apparent to everyone else. You are the smart ones. You are the people taking action to live a better life. Now, the reason why people will think less of you is not just because they're stuck in the old system. See, most people have either joined a company like this before, a home-based business, or they know somebody who has. And here's what's interesting. This is what goes through the mind of virtually every person who decides to get involved. Here's what they think. This is what you thought. I can actually think of 5 or 6 people that would actually want to do this. Like my sister would be great. Oh, and I have a friend, they always do stuff like this. And I can think of this other person, they would be really good too. Okay, I'm gonna join, sign me up, I'm in. That's what people do. So in other words, they're not joining a profession. They're hoping to get lucky, to sign up a couple of people, sit back, and let the money roll in. They haven't started a real business. They've purchased a glorified lottery ticket. See, imagine a lottery ticket with 8 scratch-off spots, and those spots represent each of the people that the new person thinks will join. So what do? They approach those people with no skill whatsoever, ask them to join, and like the lottery ticket, most of them end up with nothing. So what do? They rip up the ticket, and instead of taking responsibility for not really starting a business, they blame our business and make sure to tell every single person that they know. See, that's what you're dealing with if you choose this as a profession. The opinions of ignorant people who think they've done it right and it doesn't work. Let me tell you this, if that's going to be hard for you to handle, this isn't for you. Here's the good news. The people who embrace this get paid big money. North American Power will pay unlimited amounts to people who can help blind people see, who can educate the ignorant, who can build a community of like-minded people. Look, think of our business not as a career, but as a vehicle to help you get the things in life that really matter to you. Look, our product isn't energy, it's freedom. Never forget that. Never lose sight of that. Look, stop telling yourself what you can't do. Start thinking about what you really want from life. Practice dreaming every day. Let your mind open up to possibilities like when you were a child. Remember when you were young? Remember all the dreams that you had for your life? You want to know what I wanted to be when I was a little kid? Promise, don't judge me. Construction worker from the Village People. Here I am, full costume. Listen, that was my 30th birthday cake. My family has taken every opportunity to remind me of this, every chance they've had my entire life. I've tried to destroy this photo so many times, I'm telling you. Listen, here's the good news, guys. My dreams have evolved over time, thankfully. Look, anything that's worthwhile isn't easy and it takes time. Your first year in North American Power, survival is the name of the game. Make it a goal to be here a year from now. Now, the good news is this, you're gonna earn while you learn, but understand in the beginning, you're gonna do a lot of work that you don't get paid for. Look, it's either the pain of discipline or it's the pain of regret. It takes a short, focused time of discipline and sacrifice to succeed. It takes your entire life to fail. 4-year plan or the 40-year plan, guys, it's up to you. Now, here's what we already know. The 40-year plan isn't working for most people. So how about you pay the price for the next 4 years here, and instead of earning a living, you design your life. You live it on your terms, the way you want, not the way someone else tells you that you can. Here's what else it takes: courage. Look, everybody has a price to pay one way or the other. You can listen to your fears and pay with your life, or you can pay the price of overcoming your fears and live. It's up to you. Look, it takes courage to start talking to people. When you see somebody and they say, there he goes again with another one of those pyramid schemes. How many people have heard somebody say that to you? Do you ever feel like punching that person in the face? Or is that just me? How many people realize it's usually people with no money that say stuff like that? Look, don't take financial advice from broke people. You want to know the best thing you can do for the poor? Don't be one of them. Every day, you're going to deal with people that want to knock you down, people that don't have dreams that are going to want to try and steal yours. Look, I love it when I see people today, and they do it in such a way, I'm like, they say, you still doing that energy thing? You want to know what I say? I go, yeah, I am. Why? You still doing that job thing? Guys, I don't care anymore. People say today, I meet you for the first time, what do you do for a living? I say, well, you ever hear about those people on top of those pyramid things that make a lot of money? I'm one of those people. I don't care. Look, you're going to run into some crazy people building this business. I'm talking about the kind of people that were planted here on earth to demonstrate to you that not all the squirrels live in the trees. How many of you have had a friend How many of you had a friend give you a hard time about becoming your customer? You want to know what you do to them? Next time they annoy you or start acting up, tell them, stop, or I'm going to have your electricity turned off. Listen, if you're not having fun, you're doing this wrong. Don't take yourself so seriously. Can I tell you something unfortunate, though? Seriously, can I tell you something unfortunate I've learned about this business? Most people won't participate in their own rescue. Most people won't participate in their own rescue. We have a vehicle that will allow them to create their own future. You have a service that everybody needs and uses. You have training and coaching where they will be in business for themselves, but not by themselves. And you have a leadership of people that have proven it's possible that you can live your dreams, that it's possible that you have a shot at creating a fortune. And here's all you're saying. Here's an opportunity. Don't take it personal when they say no. They're not saying no to you. They're saying no to themselves. They're saying no to a bigger life. They're saying no to what's going on in their head because they suffer from possibility blindness. They can't see themselves doing more. They don't want to do the extra work necessary, so they're saving you time. Look, they know they're lazy. Don't try to convince them to say yes. Look, in order to succeed, you've got to be a risk taker. You've got to risk somebody saying no. You've got to fail again and again and again. Look, you're different. You're an entrepreneur. You're strange. You're not like everybody else. Most people can't see themselves doing better, but you're different. You see some things that they can't see. Look, when you said yes to this opportunity, you're saying yes to a bigger life. You're saying yes, I'm tired of playing small. You're saying yes to providing for yourself and your family. There's something in you that says, I'm not mentally fit to work for somebody the rest of my life. You're saying yes to your life, yes to your dreams, yes to your future. Give yourself a round of applause. Listen, guys, to be successful in this business, you've got to work your job 9 to 5, and you got to build this 5 until you faint. It's a different mindset. It requires a radical change. How many of you know that it's going to be hard to build a thriving residual income on a monthly basis? That's why most people won't say yes. Look, it's much easier to complain about the economy or elected officials. That's much easier. To come up with excuses, to find reasons why you can't do it. Anybody can complain. Guys, if you do what's easy, that's complaining. If you do what's easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what's hard, your life will be easy. If you do what's easy, complain about your situation and circumstances. If you do what's easy, stand around and be a volunteer victim like everybody else. If you do what's easy, surrender, give up on your dreams, become depressed, bitter, and angry. Anybody can do that. If you do what's easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what's hard, keep coming back again and again and again. If you do what's hard, approaching every person you know, talking to strangers everywhere you go, get up dressed every day, ready, prospecting, knowing that some way, somehow with a spirit of expectation, somebody is out there looking for an opportunity. You can go outside right now and you'll see a bunch of pigeons, but you're hunting for eagles, and they're not common. And if you do that over and over and over again, somebody is going to show up. You need to work on yourself. This business is a personal development program with a compensation plan attached. Your best shot at success faces you every morning. When you look in the mirror, you see the solution. That person is your ticket to financial freedom. Listen, guys, don't be straight on one thing. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm a wake-up call. You don't need another place in life to attach your emotional umbilical cord. You need to know that it's you. You need to know that you have the power to change. What you are in life today is a consequence of what you have been in your life up to this point. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. You work hard on your job, you make a living. You work hard on yourself, you make a fortune. You need to create positive associations. The most significant factor in any person's environment are the people. You change nothing else for the better other than that, you just increase your chances of success tenfold. Ask yourself this, who are you hanging out with? What do they have you doing, thinking, saying, and listening to? Some of your friends will struggle with your financial success more than they do your financial hardship. Many people in your life want you to be what they want you to be, not what you were born to be. They limit you. They're emotional vampires. They drain you. Associate with people who help you get what you want. Guys, association builds belief. It inspires you. It keeps you going during times of adversity. It's like a blood transfusion. Every single person, no matter how great a leader, needs this. You can be better, guys. Some of you right now are not the person you need to be to become a regional director. I know I wasn't when I first started. Guys, the first time I was ever asked to get in front of a room in a little weekly meeting, I stood up to introduce the speaker and my mind literally sat back down. I'm pretty sure it was the worst intro in the history of home-based business. And for me to be standing here right now in front of you doing this, I would have told you that you were insane if you said I was going to be able to do this someday. My mom and dad see me now and they say, we don't know where you came from. Right? Guys, I used to question myself all the time. I used to say, man, do I really have what it takes? Why are all these other people succeeding and it's not working for me? Guys, I would be driving home from meetings like this with literally tears in my eyes. I wanted it to work so bad, and it just wasn't, and I didn't understand. Speaking, however, of driving home from meetings, let me ask this question. How many people have had a car that you couldn't loan out to anybody because you were the only one that knew how to drive it? That's a picture of the car I was driving, 30 years old, dead broke. And in case you're wondering, yes, that is a 1989 Mitsubishi Eclipse. Can I tell you something? That car wasn't cool in 1989. I was driving it in 2003. Why am I sharing this with you? I'm sharing it with you because you can get better. I got better. I started working harder on myself than I did on my job, and things began to change. Guys, the last thing I'm going to tell you is this. It's worth it. By the end of the year last summer, I was making more money part-time, almost twice the amount of money that I was working full-time in my career in medical sales. I remember waking up one day and saying, my job's getting in the way of me making money. Literally. So I went into work, I grabbed my boss, I said, Steve, I'm going to need to see you in your office. Steve, come on. Steve, close the door. Have a seat in your desk. I'm going to need to let you go, Steve. Look, listen, because of this opportunity in 2 years part-time, I was able to free myself of the financial bondage of a job. Today, I wake up every day when I'm done sleeping, go where I want, when I want, complete time freedom, 7 Saturdays a week. I've met some unbelievable people. I've had experiences of a lifetime. Here's a picture of us on our awards trip to Curacao this year. A number of us hiked up to the highest peak on the mountain. Unbelievable. I've had an opportunity to go to Iceland this year because of this company. We snowmobiled on a glacier. That's a picture of us there. Unbelievable, guys. Look, all of that's been great, but here's the thing I'm most proud of. I've been able to help people that I'm close to. This is my sister Tammy and my brother-in-law Jerry at Disney World with their 4 kids. They're area directors, over 1,000 customers. This is me with my mom and dad. They're also area directors, over 2,000 customers. They'll be regional directors by the end of the year. This business has changed my parents' life. I couldn't possibly put into words what that means to me. Here's my vision. I'm going to build a financial fortress around my family that will not be penetrated for generations to come. That's what this business is about, guys. Look, you can become a changing force for your family, showing everybody that it's possible that you can succeed and live your dreams, to completely redirect the course of your family's financial future. Let me close and ask you this. If your life was a book and you were the author, how would you want the story to go? Would you be happy with it remaining the way it is now? Guys, most people live their entire lives on the ends of strings that somebody else is pulling. A character in the pages of somebody else's book, never realizing that at any moment you can turn the page of your life's book and start a new chapter, to begin to create the story of your life as you want it to be. Realize now you have a vehicle that can create freedom for you. Use your imagination, believe in possibilities, and if you're willing to work long enough and hard enough, guys, you can do anything. You can be anything. I'm proof of that. Just believe in those dreams and be willing to face your fears head on. Listen, we only have one life. It's not a dress rehearsal. Make the most of it. Guys, here's what I want to do to close out. I want to invite some special guests that I have here today, which are a big part of my why today. Please welcome my mother and father, my brother-in-law, my sister, and their 4 children. Wave to everybody. Wave to everybody. Thank you, guys. Everybody have a great weekend.
How long is Jim up there for?
Like a minute or two.
You know, the Village people may have lost a construction worker, but thousands of people have better lives. Bob Heilig, thank you, and thank you to family.